silent.
I defy the armies of Israel this day.
Two
Send me a
armies
man that we may
raced
fight together.
across the stone. Israel trembled, for their enemy had a giant, and his name was Goliath. Every morning the Philistines gathered, and their champion would step forward. His voice thundered like the roar of lions. He mocked the people of God, and no man dared to answer him. 40 days he shouted, 40 nights. He defied the armies of the living God, and Israel's courage melted away. Fear spread through the camp like fire through dry grass. In those days, they forgot the promise that the Lord was their shield, their fortress, their mighty deliverer. Psalm 18, verse 2 says, "The Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer, my God, my strength, in whom I will trust." And so they waited, each day fearing the morning call of Goliath, each night wondering if tomorrow would bring their defeat. The faith of Israel was silent. The hearts of men trembled, but heaven was preparing something. A shepherd boy was on his way, carrying bread for his brothers, carrying faith for a nation. He did not know that before the sun would set, his hands would bring down a giant. The story was only beginning, and heaven was watching as courage took its first step toward the battlefield. When lions came, he did not run. When bears roared, he stood firm, for his courage was born of faith, not fear. Psalm 23 verse 1 says, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want." And David believed it with every breath. And as David walked, the wind carried a whisper. The Lord who delivered you from the lion and the bear will deliver you again. The shepherd was on his way to face a giant. And soon David was brought before King Saul. Saul looked at him and said, "You are but a youth," and he a man of war from his youth. But David spoke with faith that silenced fear. "The Lord who delivered me from the paw of the lion and from the paw of the bear, he will deliver me from the hand of this Philistine." 1 Samuel 17 verse 37 says, "The Lord that delivered me out of the paw of the lion and out of the paw of the bear, he will deliver me out of the hand of this Philistine." And Saul saw it, a fire in the boy's eyes that he had not seen in Israel for many days. "Go," said the king softly, "and the Lord be with thee." Then David bowed, took his staff, his sling, and walked toward destiny. The Valley of Elah shook with the voice of a giant. Each morning Goliath stepped forward, his armor blazing like bronze fire in the sun. He laughed at Israel's fear and cursed the name of the living God. But that day, a shepherd stood before him, small in stature, great in faith. Goliath roared, "Am I a dog that you come to me with sticks?" And David answered, "You come to me with a sword and a spear and a shield. But I come to you in the name of the Lord of hosts, the God of the armies of Israel, whom you have defied." 1 Samuel 17 verse 45 says, "Then said David to the Philistine, Thou comest to me with a sword, and with a spear, and with a shield. But I come to thee in the name of the Lord of hosts." And as the words left his mouth, he reached
the stone that brought down Goliath, the fourth body in the fire. I live to worship you, Father.
into his bag and took one smooth stone. The air grew silent. He swung the sling, once, twice, and the stone flew like lightning. It struck the giant's forehead. The ground trembled as Goliath fell, and heaven itself echoed with victory.
The stone that brought down Goliath, the fourth money in the fire. I live to worship you, Father. I testify, you are the miracle working God. I testify, you are the miracle working God.